piece of life inside of that woman, all right? And yeah, I think it's good. They said 60. They said black don't crack. I guess black don't crack. I seen some black crack though. But anyway, she put something special inside her. And trust the truth, okay? I think the person who may have known me the longest out of here is that guy, Hamada Hamid, right? So he knew I was a little teenager, and my dad was talking to him when he was in college, you know, like he did when I wasn't. So he knows where I come from. Some of you have heard about my father and where I come from. They actually, he's seen it and felt it and know it. And see, so one thing with my dad is that we don't hang too long around people who are insincere. We don't. I'm like spiritually allergic to it. Okay? So that's why I don't do a lot of the photo op things unless she drags me and all that. But there's something inside of her, okay? And when it looked like doors were going to shut, Allah opened them up, all right? And in a place where not a lot of people look for doors to open, and I need some really good shout outs from this city, okay? A place that I made my hijrah to, my personal hijrah to, where my soldiers are, where the strongest, best Muslim capital of America is, all right? You know where it is. You know where that place is. It's not New York. It's not LA. It's not Atlanta. It's not Chicago. It's not St. Louis. Where is it? Where is it? So that was the beginning of the opening. Yeah, you don't have to like it, but just listen. Okay? That was the opening. That was the opening of this place, of the conference. It was a conference, and I showed a picture. I had one person. There were 2 volunteers, me and one guy to sit up front. Okay? One person with all these different imams. But from that moment and from that time, an energy came about, and things blossomed. All right? And I was 19 years old. Okay? I went to that lady over there who is the matriarch, the founding mother of all things Muslim mental health in America. Right? Dr. Halim PhD. I was 19 years old. She put the first conference, ISSA conference, the first conference together that nationally, physically put people together. All right? And I was 19, I sent a little email from my Hotmail. And I sent a little email, and somehow I got back. I was like, can I attend your conference up in Julia or something? And I just want to, blah, blah, blah. And she opened the door, paid there, paid for my gas, came back, and everything like that. And then I came, and, was just so inspired by the warmth, the love, and everything. And I was always trying to chase that type of warmth, that type of love, that type of sincerity, right? And then I would go and do other conferences, other things, and every time they would have it, when the funding would come up, I would be there. And we even did one in 2010, I think it was 2010, in Detroit, all right? And I find out years later, because this is what the conference is about. It's not just a personal story, but this conference is about belief and believing in somebody, all right? Believing that people have a way to get better. Believing in people that they can do something beyond themselves, all right? And so a long time ago, when I didn't know what this whole mental health and Muslim psychology thing was going to look like, all right? She believed in me, all right? And she said, and I came and found out, Bonita told on you. I came and found out years later, she said, that young man is going to be the future of Muslim mental health. Well, I asked you, I asked you, what is this, what you envision? What does the future look like to you? It's beautiful, it's amazing, alhamdulillah. And so it's not just about this and here right now. It's about consistently finding another future. We've talked about, come on, I ain't gonna say where I saw him and found him and all that. He was in he was given the presentation about, what was it, about water pipes? Black people smoking water pipes? Yeah. So anyway, but he's a tech. He goes in the conference talks. I talked to him 2 hours after the first conference, and he is the backbone now. Yeah. The backbone of this. He's the backbone of this conference. He's the backbone of IMMH. You're welcome. He's the backbone of narratives of pain. Zane, you're welcome. Okay? You're welcome. So, three different things. You know, and are you a mental health professional? No, he's not. The thing is, and the issue is, this is a community problem. I don't care if you make $5 million a year, if your sister and your brother wants to kill themselves, if your mom and dad are going upside each other's head every night, I don't care how much you make. You got a mental health problem too. You can know the whole Quran, all the hadith or whatever, and if you see somebody who is tormented by schizophrenia, tormented by severe depression, you got a mental health problem too. Okay? So the platform of a multidisciplinary, everybody from different angles, everybody from different walks of life, coming together to address this issue was mandatory, and it took some sincere people to do it. You saw the volunteers up here? I'm not going to just, I'm not going to get emotional. These people were amazing. And I believe, in all honesty, the sincerity and the devotion that's in people's hearts who are trying to put something together, it manifests, because there's always a bunch of people. Okay? And so, that's the thing. And so now, where do we go from here, right?
Yeah, we're going next.
Yeah, where are we going from here? You had other people talk longer than you know. All right.
I have to get dressed.
I know, yeah, that's true. All right. So now, where do you go from here? What's next? We've been talking a lot about different things. So we're going to a city. I'm going to a city. You're going with me, right? We're going to a city that we've never gone to before. All right? That's good. It's pretty angelic. It's a place. It's a place. What? Say what? We are going to Los Angeles.
Nothing angelic about it, actually. Have you been to the Bay Area?
So it's almost, but it's California for sure.
You can take a flight from LA.
No, I'm just driving. Right there. All right, so, but what's even more exciting is what are we going to talk about? See, a visionary is somebody who sees something beyond. And we've been doing themes and all that. And since it was the 15th year, we had to do a check-in themes, past, present, future type of thing. All right? But next year, we're going to talk about something me and my very good friend over here, Yusuf Jones, the digital ambassador in Detroit, right? We were talking, and I said, you know what? We got to talk about the Muslim mental health. We're too far behind everybody else in a lot of conversations. We've been talking about Islamophobia since Islamophobia started, right? We need to talk about some other types of phobia, which was good in the keynote speech. But we got some other dimensions we got to add to this thing. So we're going to talk about the digital divide. Because not the digital divide. Oh, let me just give the theme, okay? You ready? You ready? You think I should do it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
All right, so the theme is and it's an executive order, so there's not going to be no popular vote on this one. All right, so the theme is going to be tech no or tech yes. The digital divide between Muslims and their mental health. Because the thing is this, after COVID, people coming out of prison, people who are not digitally literate, people who can't get jobs, people who don't have access to a lot of internet connections, schools that are more highly funded. It is a health issue.
That's right.
To not be able to digitally access the internet.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
It is a health issue.
Yes, sir.
All right? And there's so many other things that are health issues too. We got things called Instagram and TikTok. How's that doing on body image? How's that doing on self-esteem?
Right.
There's a lot of things. What about our elderly? What about people who can't go to work? What about these apps out here? These websites that are still just phone calls? What about emergency things that people can connect on the phone? Okay, so there's a lot of things here that in a cool direction we've never talked about before, Muslim mental health. But now, once again, we're trailblazing. So I don't know where you're going to be next year, but if God keeps me a walking, then I know where I'm going to be next year. So with that, it's our 15th year. And we're done, and we're still here, and we still have mostly black hair, right?
Okay, almost. Okay, so say it with me. 15, Muslim mental health, and that's a wrap.
Muslim mental health, that's a wrap. All right, bye.